Can you hear me? I was having some audio technical issues before. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right. There he is, Mr. Hawkins. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say on behalf of myself and Hawk and all the fans of the ThomaHawk show, we thank you guys so much for reaching out and making an incredibly generous donation to the Children's Hunger Alliance. Both Hawk and I feel really passionate about feeding kids, especially kids that are in at-risk neighborhoods and are food unstable. And in this coronavirus time, there is no more important thing for us than to be able to help feed the children that aren't going to school, that aren't getting those food and those meals that they're normally getting at those schools. And so to be able to partner with Children's Hunger Alliance and to make a huge difference throughout the entire state of Ohio is really special for us. And we feel incredibly lucky and blessed that People's Bank, FIS, and Jobs Ohio has come forward and made an incredible donation to help us exceed our goal of raising $100,000 for the Children's Hunger Alliance.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. To piggyback off what Joe was saying, I mean, it's been an incredible opportunity. So we want to thank the ThomaHawk fans and community for giving us the platform to be able to try to help make a difference and really stepping up, and everybody who's donated and spread the word about the fundraiser. That's been incredibly important for Joe and I. The entire show was kind of built on this very thing. You know, me and Joe, when we were teammates, we would volunteer for each other's initiatives during Christmas, when we would help kids, you know, who maybe had a hard time affording Christmas gifts. And, you know, we would try to go out of our way to help as many kids as possible have a memorable Christmas. And in that, we built a friendship that, you know, developed into a ThomaHawk show, the podcast. And we've now had this great platform, and we have people from all over Ohio who listen in and they feel like they're a part of the gang, which they are, you know. So for us to be able to partner with the Children's Hunger Alliance was super important, because they feed kids throughout the entire state of Ohio. And we understand, you know, what those kids are going through. And we want to try to help as many of those communities as possible that have helped giving us a platform and advanced us. And when this entire thing hit, that was one of the questions we had amongst each other, is like, well, man, you know, where can we benefit? Where can we use what we do to help everybody else? And, you know, we're typically not public guys with this kind of stuff, but we're like, you know what, this could motivate somebody, or, you know, maybe bring somebody in that could give even more benefit to those who need it most. And that's exactly what happened with FIS, with People's Bank, and Jobs Ohio coming in and, like Joe said, exceeding our expectations. So thank you to everybody. And, you know, with that, we are honored to present the $75,000 on behalf of the ThomaHawk show to the Children's Hunger Alliance. And, you know, hopefully this makes a difference, but it motivates people within the community and our platform to continue this on.
Thanks, Andrew and Joe. This is Stephanie Ferris. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at FIS. For those of you who don't know, FIS is a global company that supports critical infrastructure for the financial systems. Chuck at People's Bank is a client of ours. We partner with him. We also partner with millions and millions of merchants and financial institutions around the world. And specifically, when we heard about the ThomaHawks and what Andrew and Joe were trying to do, it aligns very specifically with what we are trying to do, which is make sure that the infrastructure that's in place for everyone, whether you're a financial system or your Kroger's, because we process the transactions there for them, that we are getting everybody within our communities and make sure that they can be fed and can get their necessary infrastructure. So we're thrilled to be here and donate with People's Bank, with the ThomaHawks, and with Jobs Ohio. As a Cincinnati native, and really important to make sure that we do feed, you know, all of Ohio, especially the children. But, you know, we care a lot. We care a lot about our communities. We care a lot about our customers. And we couldn't be more thrilled to be here and helping these guys do what they're doing. And so with that, I want to say thanks really to Andrew and Joe in terms of leading the efforts, and we couldn't be more excited to continue to be the infrastructure behind you guys and help you get some of the some money and get this done. And when Chuck called me, I think it was probably, I'm going to hand it over to Chuck, maybe 30 seconds before I said, we're going to feed all of Ohio, right? Not just Cleveland. Like, we're going to feed Cincinnati too. And he was like, absolutely. I'm like, then we're in. So Chuck, with that, I'll send it over to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I probably shouldn't tell everybody, but I'm a 25-year Cincinnati Bengals season ticket holder. So forgive me for that, guys.
Oh, no.
Thank you for what you're doing to help kids across Ohio. It's really a wonderful thing. I'm the CEO of People's Bank. We're a community bank, which means that we want to get out and make our communities better. In these tough times, hunger is such a major issue. Over 20% of the kids in Ohio are hungry right now. And that's just something that it's great to pull organizations like FIS and Jobs Ohio and ourselves and you guys to solve it. For us, this $50,000 gift that we put forth is the largest gift in our company's 118-year history. So It's a big deal for us. And we're so pleased that FIS and Jobs Ohio helped match it and turn it into something bigger and better to have an impact. So thank you, Andrew and Joe. Thank you, Stephanie. And let me turn it over to Cindi, who's going to tell us what happens with that good money. From Cindi from Children's Hunger Alliance.
Thank you, Chuck. And thank you, Stephanie. And thank you to ThomaHawk and everything that you've done for us. We are thrilled. Matches are always a great way to inspire other donors to step up to the plate. And clearly, Jobs Ohio, People's Bank, and FIS got that message. So we are thrilled. The money is absolutely going to go feed hungry kids in the state of Ohio. And it's a big boost to what we've been doing since the shutdown occurred in Ohio in the middle of March. And this gave us great lift because we immediately launched our online campaign and our emergency meal plan. Oh, I'm not moving, so there went my office lights. Sorry about that. And so it's been a big boost. And I just want to say that the other secondary benefit, if it is secondary, it might not be, is that this has given us a lot of opportunity to garner media exposure because of the platform that you, Joe, and Andrew started with your commitment to the match and publicizing what you were trying to do for us here at Children's Hunger Alliance and the children across the state of Ohio. And then, of course, the lift just continued with the gift that Jobs Ohio Peoples and FIS jumped in and sent us way over the top with the goal. So thank you with deep gratitude. We are thrilled and we're going to be able to feed a lot of kids. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, Cindi, I do have a couple questions for you. The first one, can you advise how this gift will be spent, and will this gift be spent in a specific region of the state?
Okay. Stephanie alluded to FIS and the interest in taking care of the Cincinnati community. I'm a Cincinnati girl too, Stephanie, so that spoke to my heart. Early on, FIS indicated that they wanted their gift to benefit children in the Cincinnati area. And that's exactly what we're going to do with that $25,000. It will stay in Ohio, in Cincinnati, to feed the Ohio children in the greater Cincinnati area. We are happy to be able to honor that. And there's a great need, so it's an easy thing to do. The remaining monies will be distributed around the state where we see the greatest need. And it will continue to do so all throughout probably throughout the entire summer. It could be longer than that, depending on, the changes. I mean, we turn around and something new happens every day and the environment changes a little bit. So we're in this for the long haul, and six-figure gifts go a long way to help keep us in that fight and to make sure that we're feeding a lot of children because the need continues to grow. With school closures, as someone alluded to, I don't recall who, and the economic downturn. There are a lot of children that live in food insecure homes that need help because their parents need help too. So the foods that we the meals that we distribute is food that helps these families stretch their food budget, the food they get from food banks, that kind of thing.
Okay, and one follow-up to that. So do you experience any barriers in providing meals related to the food supply?
We have. Good question. Thank you, Kevin. One of the things that has happened as we have implemented our emergency food plan is running into the limited capability of our food vendor that creates our 5 components for our shelf-stable meals, which is the meals that we're talking about that we've been distributing. The good news is that we were in probably middle to late stages of creating this program as a model to launch during the summertime when kids were out of school, because we knew that was a need and we didn't have that program in place. But because we were so far along in the planning process of implementing that program, this moved right to the top. We found additional food vendors to help us meet the need. And I want to make sure I give you the right statistics. From March 2nd, and essentially for the first 6 weeks, we served 120,000 meals across the state. We are now serving at 108 sites. So the sites have sites have doubled, and the need now is for about 90,000 meals daily among school children. So it's definitely a need, and it continues to grow. And so the fundraising that we're doing, along with generous donors like you, are going to help us continue to meet that need and to break down those barriers. Thank you.
That is a lot of meals. All right, so
It's a lot of meals.
it's tons of meals. So I don't have any more questions from anyone. So unless somebody wants to ask another person a question here, we are good to go.
Oh, and here's
Thanks,
the check.
everybody. There's the check.
There's the check.
Yeah. Chuck can cash that for you. Cindy, Chuck can cash that check for you.
Guaranteed.
Well, I
It doesn't
appreciate.
fit in my purse.
Don't take that into the branch right now. I appreciate everybody dialing in, and Joe, Andrew, Stephanie, Cindy, Chuck. I appreciate your time and your money for sure. So
Thank you.
Have a great
Go feed those children. Thanks, everybody.
It will. Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.
Thank you
well.
so much.
Be well. Thank you.